Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. We're going to get straight into a few articles and points of view that I wanted to talk about. Coroner Christopher Long versus James Adeley. So, Christopher Long is a senior coroner from the Lancashire and Blackburn with Darwin coroner area. He took up the position effective June 1st, 2025. He was previously an area coroner for the same area. He was also a chief Crown prosecutor and deputy chief Crown prosecutor at the Crown Prosecution Services. So this guy seemed pretty high up. And when I read that, his previous job being a chief Crown prosecutor, I'm just wondering that did someone have a word that they wanted James Adeley to actually finish this case off? Because Christopher Long may have looked into this case a lot deeper and would have wanted all the witnesses, Brandon, to actually be at the court, unless it wasn't going to go ahead and adjourned again. Or maybe the family didn't want to adjourn again and opted for James Adeley, who started the case. Well, was there a deal cut? Should I say, way before? So it has been reported that Dr. James Adeley, the senior coroner for Lancashire, retired in May 2025 and after nearly 20 years of service, he succeeded by Mr. Chris Long, who assumed the role of senior coroner for Lancashire and Blackburn with Darwin coroner's area with effect from June 4th, 2025. Adeley led major changes to modernise the coroner service in Lancashire, including the implementation of digital postmortems, CT scans, faster and less invasive investigations, the adoptions of non-invasive digital autopsies made the postmortem process faster, more transparent, and leave invasive, which was particularly beneficial for communities with religious practices requiring quick burials. Interesting stuff. National model for the digital autopsies. The coroner's office, under Dr. Adeley's guidance, established a digital autopsy service with a 94% diagnostic success rate, becoming a national model for other regions, according to their theshuttleorg.uk. Focus on supporting families. Dr. Adeley was known for his commitment to provide support and explanation to grieving families, helping them understand how their loved ones died. Media recognition. His work and the coroner's office were featured in the critically acclaimed Channel 5 documentary series Cause of Death, which he was well known for. But like I said, obviously with him sort of making these documentaries and channels, is he something to do with Channel 4 or, you know, this Condell Productions as well? Because it does make you wonder what the hell is basically sort of going on in that. Why didn't Mr. Long actually conduct the coroner's report, basically report, as we all first thought? And obviously I think he may have looked into this a lot deeper, and I do think a lot of the paperwork that was sent in by myself, by Ali Harris, by many sleuths weren't even looked at. I think that sort of basically was dismissed kind of quickly, or wasn't even mentioned, which is absolutely disgusting. And it is quite interesting that Christopher Long was a chief Crown prosecutor and deputy chief, because I think he may have ripped basically Ayup and Rocky and Brandon, Brad, Lucy apart. I know it's a coroner school, but I think that we've gone a bit deeper into, you know, the questions wanting real answers rather than, you know, half-hearted questions and pictures. That's, you know, that obviously Mr. Dr. Adeley had passed as they're happy with it to be an accident. And like I said, half the things that the sleuths had mentioned, you know, hadn't really been mentioned. It was sort of half-heartedly said, half-heartedly interviewed with Lucy, I know basically she was only on audio and half-hearted with Ayub. The questions I felt were not strong enough, and I just felt obviously the legal party or the family, maybe she didn't know about the case as much as what we knew and what was going on the background. And those crucial questions that Duncan had asked about the case, myself and Mama D, Wax. There's so many things that I felt disheartened by, and all the hard work was just blown to smithereens by just a report which just dwindled out the second day that he wanted to wrap it up before lunchtime. Said to me that he was just, it's like I said, it seemed like to me already liaised with the coroners in Spain and was happy for what they got because it happened there. And as long as the family went along with it, it was fine. And how, like I said, it's pretty bad. How can they start doing the documentary the day of the second day of the hearing, where it was deemed as that Jay died as an accident? I felt they could have waited, to be honest with you, and it didn't look good. Let me know what you think, people, because I do think there's more to this than meets the eye. So, we've got Mr. Long, who had a really good job, and I think he would have asked more questions. Then you've got Dr. Adeley, senior coroner, who came back to be the senior coroner. And did the family, want Dr. Adeley to finish this case off because it was already pre-planned? Or is there something, a bigger agenda to this? And, there'll be a massive question mark over why he came out of retirement to take this case on, because it's quite bizarre. And like I said, Ali Harris has done a bit of work on him, having some business in Spain as well. So things don't really add up on this. And we're not blaming anything for anyone, but like I said, we're just having a discussion on this. A bigger agenda, a psyop, who knows? But that's going to be out there for people to think. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, and let's see your comments on this. Very important. Thank you.